بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يريد الله ليبين لكم ويهديكم سنن الذين من قبلكم ويتوب عليكم. والله عليم حكيم. الله يريد أن يتوب عليكم ويريد الذين يتبعون الشهوات أن تميلوا ميلا عظيما. يريد الله أن يخفف عنكم وخلق الإنسان ضعيفا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل إلا أن تكون تجارة عن تراض منكم. ولا تقتلوا أنفسكم إن الله كان بكم رحيما. ومن يفعل ذلك عدوانا وظلما فسوف نصليه نارا وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا. إن تجتنبوا كبائر ما تنهون عنه نكفر عنكم سيئاتكم وندخلكم مدخلا كريما. ولا يتمنوا ما فضل الله به بعضكم على بعض. للرجال نصيب مما اكتسبوا وللنساء نصيب مما اكتسب واسألوا الله من فضله إن الله كان بكل شيء حليما. ولكل جعلنا موالي مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون والذين عقدت أيمانكم فآتوهم نصيبهم إن الله كان على كل شيء شهيدا. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم. فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله. واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن. فإن أطعنكم فلا تبتغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا. وإن خفتم شقاق بينهما فابعثوا حكما من أهله وحكما من أهلها إن يريدا إصلاحا يوفق الله بينهما إن الله كان عليما خبيرا. واعبدوا الله ولا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا وبذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين والجار ذي القربى والجار الجنوب والصاحب بالجنب وابن السبيل وما ملكت أيمانكم إن الله يحب من كان مختالا فخورا الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ويكتمون ما آتاهم الله من فضله وأعتدنا للكافرين عذابا مهينا والذين ينفقون أموالهم رئاء الناس ولا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ومن يكن الشيطان له قرينا فساء قرينا وماذا عليهم لو آمنوا بالله واليوم الآخر وأنفقوا مما رزقهم الله وكان الله بهم عليما إن الله لا يظلم مثقال ذرة وإن تك حسنة يضاعفها ويؤتي من لدنه أجرا عظيما فكيف إذا جئنا من كل أمة بشهيد وجئنا بك على هؤلاء شهيدا يومئذ يود الذين كفروا وعصوا الرسول لو تسوى بهم الأرض ولا يكتمون الله حديثا يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون ولا جنوبا إلا عابري سبيل حتى تغتسلوا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء أفلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم إن الله كان عفوا غفورا صدق الله العلي العظيم. Thank you. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك وأنت مسدد للصواب بمنك وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمات وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمات وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعظمات اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي وأقل يا غفور عسرتي فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها، وهموم قد كشفتها، وعسرة قد أقلتها، ورحمة قد نشرتها، وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا، ولم يكن له شريك في الملك، ولم يكن له ولي من الذل، وكبره تكبيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها، على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا مضاد له في ملكه، ولا منازع له في أمره. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه، ولا شبيه له في عظمته. الحمد لله الفاشي في الخلق أمره، وحمده الظاهر بالكرم مجدوه، الباسط بالجود يديه، الذي لا تنقص خزائنه، ولا يزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما. إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا من كثير مع حاجة بي إليه عظيم، وغناك عنه قديم، وهو عندي كثير، وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إن عفوك عن ذنبي، وتجاوزك عن خطيئتي، وصفحك عن ظلمي، وسترك على قبيح عملي، وحلمك عن كثير جرمي، عندما كان من خطئي وعمدي. أطمعني في أن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك، الذي رزقتني من رحمتك، وعريتني من قدرتك، وعرفتني من إجابتك، فصرت أدعوك آمنا، وأسألك مستأنسا خائفا ولا وجلا، ودلا عليك فيما كسدت فيه إليك. فإن أبتع عني عتبت بجهلي عليك، ولعل الذي أبتع عني هو خير لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور. فلم أر مولا كريما أصبر على عبد لئيم منك عليه. يا ربي إنك تدعوني فأولي عنك، وتتحبب إلي فأتبغض إليك، وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك. كأن لي التطول عليك، فلم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي، والإحسان إلي، والتفضل علي بجودك وكرمك. فارحم عبدك الجاهل، وجد عليه بفضل إحسانك، إنك جواد كريم. الحمد لله مالك الملك، مجري الفلك، وسخر الرياح، فالك الإصباح، ديان الدين، رب العالمين. الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه، والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته، والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه، وهو قادر على ما يريد. الحمد لله خالق الخلق، باسط الرزق، فالك الإصباح، ذي الجلال والإكرام، والفضل والإنعام، الذي بعد فلا يرى، وقرب فشهد النجوى تبارك وتعالى. الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يعادل، ولا شبيه يشاكل، ولا ظهير يعادد. قهر بعزته العزة وتواضع لعظمته العظمى، فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أنادي، ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصي، ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازي. فكم من موحبة حنيئة قد أعطاني، وعظيمة مخوفة قد كفاني، وبحشة مونقة قد أراني، فأثني عليه حامدا وأذكره مسبحا. الحمد لله الذي لا يهتك حجابه، ولا يغلق بابه، ولا يرد سائل، ولا يخيب آمل. الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين، وينجي الصالحين، ويرفع المستضعفين، ويذع المستكبرين، ويهلك ملوكا ويستخلف آخرين. والحمد لله قاسم الجبارين مبير الظالمين، مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين، تاريخ المستصرخين موضع هاجات الطالبين، معتمد المؤمنين. الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترعد السماء وسكانه، وترجف الأرض وعماره، وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمرتها. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق، ويرزق ولا يرزق، ويطعم ولا يطعم، ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى، وهو حي لا يموت، بيده الخير، وهو على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك، وخيرتك من خلقك، وحافظي سرك، مبلغ رسالتك، أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسولك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك. اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين، عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم. وصل على صديقة الطاهرة فاطمة سيدة النساء العالمين، وصل على سبتي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي، حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلوات كثيرة دائما. الله. اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتظر وحفه بملائكتك المقربين، وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعله الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك، استخلفه في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبله، فكل له دينا الذي ارتضيته له، عبده من بعد خوفه أمنا، يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا. اللهم أعزه وأعزز به، وانصره وانتصر به، وانصره نصرا عزيزا، وافتح له فتحا يسيرا، واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك، حتى لا يستخفي بشيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة، تعز بها الإسلام وأهله، وتذل بها النفاق وأهله، وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك، وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملنا، وما قصرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المم به شعثنا، واشعب به صدعنا، وارتق به فتقنا، وكسر به قلتنا، وعزز به ذلتنا، واغني به عائلنا، واقضي به عن مغرمنا، واجبر به فقرنا، وسد به خلتنا، ويسر به عسرنا، وبيض به وجوهنا، وفك به أسرنا، وأنجح به طلبتنا، وأنجز به مواعيدنا، واستجب به دعوتنا، واعتنا به سؤلنا، وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا، واعطنا به فوق رغبتنا يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المعطين. اشفي به صدورنا، وأذهب به غيظ قلوبنا، واحتنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك، إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إله الحق. آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلواتك عليه وآله، وغيبة ولينا، وكسرة عدونا، وقلة عددنا، وشدة الفتن بنا، وتزاهر الزمان علينا. وصل على محمد وآله، وأعنا على ذلك بفتح منك تعجل، وبذر تكشف، ونصر تعز، وسلطان حق تظهر، ورحمة منك تجللنها، وعافية منك تلبسنها، برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. الله
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. We are going to start with the speech now with the loudest salawat. Let me request Hujjatul Islam Syed Hadi Yaseen to give his speech. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajjal farajah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله. الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة لأعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى لقاء يوم الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. May Allah inshallah accept our prayers, our amal, our du'as inshallah, and our fastings, and reward us inshallah for our presence in this gathering inshallah. Recite loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this great opportunity. Another day of month of Ramadan, alhamdulillah, we were able to fast and inshallah do our responsibilities. And we ask him inshallah for the rest of this month, give us tawfiq to take advantage of it inshallah. We are going to do some of the ayat, tafsir of ayat of Surah inshallah Layl together. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he created us and he created a lot of variety of things around us. And anything that he created is not to be taken for granted, is for as a component in our life from all aspects that we need to pay attention. One of the things we usually don't pay attention is to our surroundings, what we have around us. How many times we pay attention to the sky, to the earth, to the nature, flowers, fruits, foods, colors, right? We usually don't even remember these things, although they're around us. We live in the one of the best states, the most beautiful states, right? And everything is around us. We might barely even see it and take advantage of it. Others might come from other states who don't have it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. They travel to come here, so they take advantage of the beauties of here, right? But for us, we don't pay attention to it. One of the beautiful ways that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he communicates with us in Quran, he constantly refers to what is around us that he wants us to pay attention. How many times in Quran he mentioned about the oceans, the seas, the sky, the earth, right? Colors and fruits, zaytun and inab, right? Anything that he mentioned, and that's for the sake of us understanding this as a ni'mah and as a favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to take advantage of it, not to just, again, be nonchalant around it and not pay attention to it and what it is. In many aspects also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes to the details of talking about days and nights, differences between human beings. He says, you see that? I created you in different races, different colors, different language, right? He wants us to pay attention to these things. He creates, for example, a ritual of Hajj. Once in your life is wajib to go, so you can see people from all around the world, different size, different color, different language, different. You see it. See how many much more Muslims we have around us, and we should pay attention to it. And that's for hikmah. That's for a reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. And a wise person is the one who would pay attention to these things. This surah starts with, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا تَجَلَّى. Not only he mentioned Layl and Nahar, days and nights, he's saying swear by night and swear by day, as if it's a very important thing. Remember last night we were talking about another, qasam and swear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had. He's saying that وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى, swear to the layl, swear to the night when it covers everything, right? So it should be very dear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this creation of days and nights. That's why he's mentioning the name of days and nights here, right? First things, we have to try to change our view to be able to see beauties like the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seeing the beauties, right? In the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is all beautiful things. And if we get used to seeing the beauties, it changes a lot of different perspective in us. Psychological, emotional, spiritual as well, right? What was the last time I came out of the house and says, oh my God, so beautiful. Look at the sky. Look at this flower. Look at this, right? And enjoy it. Try to inhale the beauties that I see around me. Thank you so much for making the sky so beautiful. Thank you so much for this water. Oh my God, what is in front of me, right? You might have some children. Some of your children might be, or some see it. They pay attention to the details, things that you do. Dad, thank you so much for the mom. Thank you so much for this, right? They pay attention to the details of your life, right? And then you appreciate that. Oh my God, you see it. Others might just see it in general, but they are seeing, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى. Yaksha is the one that covers everything. Swear to the night when it covers everything. The time of peace, the time of tranquility, right? The time that everything is different during the night. And special time that you are alone at night. Allah says in the middle of the night to pay attention. Others might be asleep, but you need to pay attention to the time that you have during the night. وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا تَجَلَّى. Not only the night, opposite of that, the day, when it appears, when it manifests itself, the day, right? Days and nights. And the ni'mat of days and nights, if you imagine. If you didn't have nights, so you want to go to sleep during the day. It's just they go to sleep. With all those noses and the noise and everything that we have, right? Go to sleep. It wouldn't be as peaceful as it should be, right? At night, everything is different. Everything's quiet. Those people, for example, who are living in North Pole or somewhere else, that it's 6 months days, for example, sometimes, right? If you talk to them, it's tough. It's difficult, right? Although they get used to it, but days and nights also remind us about what? About zulumat wa nur. About hidayat and zalalat and going astray. So, nur, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, multiple times he mentioned about hidayat and zalalat. Nur is what? Is hidayat. Allah himself, he mentioned himself as what? Allahu nuru samawati wal ard. Allah is the light of the sky and the earth. What does it mean? This light? No. Is the light of hidayat, the light of guidance, right? Allahu nuru samawati wal ard. Then continues this, first and foremost, he's swearing multiple things. Right? That means he's going to say something very important, right? وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى. First swear to the night. Then swear to the. And Allah is saying this. By the way, he doesn't have to say swear to anything because he's God. He's Asṭaqu Sadiqin. Whatever he says is correct, is truth, right? And then he says, وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى. And swear to the one who created men and women. Look at how amazing it's going now to different, race. Men and women. I created men and women and swear to the one who created, a men and woman. He's swearing to himself, right? 3 different qasam. He's mentioning something is going to come up. 3 different, not only one. Someone says, for example, swear to something, I want to say something very important. 3 qasam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning. What is that he's going to say? The ayat that comes after this should be very important. Inna sa'yukum lashatta. Your efforts are diverse. فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْتَى وَاتَّقَى وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى فَسَنُيَسِّرْهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. As for the one who gives, pays in charity and sadaqah, and they have taqwa, God fear, God consciousness, وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى, and they do the tafsir of it, وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى, and they believe, they testify this right path, the righteous path and religion, فَسَنُيَسِّرْهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. We will facilitate for this person the way to extreme ease. Interesting, right? He's saying swear to all these things for the sake of what? He's going to mention something very important. He's creating human beings in two different things, race, men and women. Swear to the one who created them, men and women, you know. What is going to come? He says that those people who it's easy for them in the path of Allah to give. That means think about other people. Right? Those people that can ata, give. And those people who they have taqwa as well. Some of the mufassirin are saying that taqwa is internal, ibadi, right? For internal righteousness. But when it says a'ata, giving is what? Is mali, is money, is that you have to give. This too. And then they believe in it. وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. They testify. They believe in what? They believe in the righteous path and the best religion. What's going to happen? فَسَنُيَسِّرْهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. They're going to have a very easy life. If I want to put it this way, life. Easy way. I'm going to ask you a question. Every single one of human beings, us, everyone, they're working in this dunya, they're doing their best efforts for the sake of what? For the sake of finding peace and tranquility in life. Why are you working so hard? Why are you creating this? Why are you buying this? Why are you purchasing this? For the sake of me having what? Peace in life. If I buy that car, if I buy this phone, so I want to have a peace, make it easier for me. Right? And human beings, they do their best through the worldly perspective and materialistic perspective to find that peace. Anything that they can. And if they cannot find a peace with the tools that they have around them, then they go ask the drugs, medicines, all those things, right? Therapy, or other things. Please give me peace. Please let me be able to sleep at night. I can't sleep at night. I need your help to be able to sleep at night, right? I don't have peace. I have issue in my relationship with others. I have troubles in my marriage. I have issue with that and that, right? Because they lost the what? The peace in life. Imagine someone who has everything from money, from wealth, from the house, everything, but has trouble in life. How many people, you have celebrities and others, they spend million dollars for the sake of, talking to someone or taking medicines to be able to what? To be able to sleep at night. And finally they cannot, they commit suicide. Then why are you committing suicide? You have everything, huh? Although I have everything, but that doesn't work. I couldn't find that peace that I need to have. Their life is not easy life. When you don't have that peace, you might have heard, someone might have little, someone might be faqir, but at night easily they can go to sleep, right? They eat a little bit of the things that they have, right? But at night, as soon as he put his head on the pillow, right? That richest person is jealous of this person that can sleep so easily without having concern what's going to happen to me tomorrow. You might have heard people saying it, right? They have a way of life. It's an easier life. But others, we're going to talk about this. So what are we looking for? That easiness in life. How can I make the life easy? I can't get away from difficulties of life, by the way. This world is mixed with difficulties, right? Ad-dunya sijnul mu'min. Dunya is a prison for mu'min. It's the nature of this. It's like someone goes to school and says, I want to be at this school, but do not stress me about tests. Do not tell me to study. Oh, it doesn't work. The nature of the school is what? You're going to have a test and you might have some stress about this, right? Someone goes to work and says, I'm going to work here, but don't ask me anything. It doesn't work. If you want, this comes. No one can say, I want to live in this dunya successfully, but do not test me at all. It's again, go to school, it's impossible. But how can I see this test? How can I go through this test, but makes it easier to continue to weigh? Akhirat is different. Akhirat is the, mazra'atul dunya, mazra'atul akhirat is the place that you get the result of your amal. Is absolute peace or absolute azab for people, right? Or some people in between, then they have the period of time. So, how can we say Allah created insan, right? You see this phone, they created this phone, different brands, and they keep sending updates. Why do they update them? The agenda is different. But They said, hey, this is going to cover with this issue. This is going to cover with that deficiency. This is going to help with this speed. This, right? To make it easier to use. Who is the best person to tell me how can I? The one who created. How can I have easier way to use it, right? User friendly. Allah is the one who is the creator, tells us how, if you live in this dunya, it will be easier for you to live and to tolerate it. The way that you do it, right? How many things it says? Those who a'ata, they give. Opposite of those people who think, the more I collect, the more I purchase for me, this, that. Well, how many cars? You ever seen some entrepreneurs? I have 20 exotic cars in my garage. Like, put it in social media, everybody see it. Can you sleep at night? Are they for you or you're for them? Because I don't think you can sleep at night, because if someone, walk around them and scratch them, you're done. Right? You can't sleep. You might have a simple car outside park. You don't even think about this. Someone who has that type of car, sit here, for example, oh my God, everything is okay or not? I remember someone bought a very nice car, and everywhere he was going, he was paying someone in the street, can you stay here, make sure no one key my car, right? So, few things. Man a'ata. So, فَسَنُيَسِّرْهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. These people are supposed to have an easy life. The first group of people, right? How can they have easy life? Number one, there are those who give a lot to other people. There is a connection, there is a correlation between giving for the path of Allah and receiving peace. Try it. You see someone is in need, go give them money for the sake of Allah, right? Give them money. You see they smile, you see they pray. It's a sort of peace and satisfaction comes to your heart. Alhamdulillah, I was able to do it, right? That's my duty. It's my duty. I thank you for taking my money. It's not that, oh, by the way, I'm helping you. No, I should appreciate you, that you're the path towards heaven for me. You're caring, you're having this sadaqah for me, you're giving it back to me at the day of judgment, right? Those who give, a'ata, wattaqa. The second, the creator is saying, right? If you want to update this, how you should do it. The second factor, you need to have taqwa for peace, to have an easy life. The more taqwa, the easier life. What did we say? Easy life means what? Not that you don't have issue in life. Your vision or interpretation of life is different. You put someone little with issue in life, depression, anxieties, troubles, blah, 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 everything, right? They cannot, put it next to, forget about Ahlul Bayt, put it the companion of Ahlul Bayt, right? Abu Zar Ghifari, Salman Farsi. They should be dying out of depression then. They have issue in life, but they don't have problem with life. Right? They're two different things, two different ways. Sayyid al-Shuhada in Karbala, the biggest musibah and troubles, Hazrat Zainab, when she goes, her husband doesn't recognize her. But you see how she's tolerating things, how she's going. There are two different ways, right? Those people have this taqwa. They give a lot first. They have taqwa. فَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. And they are what? They testify this path, that this is the right path. And they believe in the best religion. وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. These people, فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. If you want a peace in life, Bismillah. They're different. Different than others. Others with a little bit of troubles in life, they start screaming. Them, with having a lot of troubles in life, they have more tolerance to tolerate it. And they interpret it differently. I know you're testing me. I know it's because I know you want me to see it. You want. In Allah shara'an yarahuna sabaya. Allah wants to see them become asir. Bismillah, you want it. It's tough for me to see my family in Karbala become asir. It's very tough. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm ghayratullah. But you want it? Okay. Ibrahim, you need to leave your newborn baby and your wife in the middle of the desert. He says, Ya Allah, there's nothing here. There's no food, no water, no one. Nothing is there, no food. What am I supposed to do here? Just leave it, Bismillah. He left them there, Ismail and Khudafis. Bye. Then Allah brought Zamzam beneath the feet of his mind. Because when you believe in him, in the middle of the desert, he knows how to take care of you. And Abu Zar, they exiled him from, Medina, unwrongfully. He went, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, he said, no one should come after him for Badraga and farewell. Sahabi Rasulullah. No one should come. Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, get out of here. They went for farewell. No one can tell anything. They said we imprison and we punish those who go for farewell. Anyhow, Imam Hassan says, Amu, uncle, to Abu Zar, aren't you afraid what they're sending you? Rabaza is in the middle of a desert that nothing is there, right? It's horrible. It's death. Dead valley. Nothing is there. You know what he said? He told Imam Hassan. Hassan is younger than him. He said, if they send me somewhere that the sky, there is copper in the sky, nothing comes down. And the earth is all stone. Nothing can come out of it. Both sides are blocked. I believe in Allah how He can send me my rizq. They can send me over there, but they can't stop the rizq of Allah for me. A believer lives easier in dunya. They have issue, but easier in dunya than other people. That's how the world is. You're here to collect. You're here to work. You're here to enjoy. But you should know this is not a permanent place. I don't know if you remember this story that a king, he had a couple of ministers. He wanted to test them. He said, I'm going to give each of you, he called them. He says, hey, I give each of you a bag. And you go to the royal garden and you should fill up your bags with the best things that you can find. Don't then come back to. When you're not used to these things, they don't care, right? 3, 4 of them, they went. The first one says, what kind of nonsense things? He's not going to check anything. He started pulling a lot of junk things and things into it. The second one, it says, you know what, hello, I don't know, maybe he would check it, he wouldn't check it, He said put a lot of fruits and everything. He says, let me mix up fruits and junk things. It's not going to check probably, right? So fill it up, just in case. The third one, he says, he's the Maulana, he's the king. He said that, I have to listen, right? So he filled it up, more difficult, more time, but he filled it up with the best fruits. And one other one, he says, let me put all those junk fruits in there. When they came to the king, he said, you're all in prison for 40 days. The only thing you can eat is what you collected. Locked them up. The first one was junk things. After a few days, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Right? He couldn't tolerate at the time that he needed them. The second one, who had the mix of things, right? He could live a little bit longer. Anyhow, the one who filled it up, no matter if he's going to check or not, he told me, I got to do it. He could leave. And he came out, he says, you're the minister because you listened to me. Because you follow my order. This is the dunya. It's about that what he says you need to collect. So these people who have the easier life, وَأَمَّا مَنْ بَخِلَ وَاسْتَقْنَى. Now go opposite of these people, right? Man bakhila. First one says a'ta. They give. They find peace. Bakhila. Bakhil. Very stingy, right? Wastaqna. With bukhl, when you cannot pay, comes what? I'm needless. I don't need anyone. Harun, right? Qarun and Pharaoh, right? I don't need anyone. That's the worst status of a abd that feels I don't need anyone. And with a lot of wealth, what comes? I don't need anyone. It's a huge trouble and issue. وَأَمَّا مَنْ بَخِلَ وَاسْتَغْنَى. Those who, are having these characteristics. He can help a lot of people just collecting. This is stock market. That is stock market. Billion here, billion there. MashaAllah. There's وَكَذَّبَ بِالْحُسْنَى. It would lead also to reject the right path. To reject husna and khair. It's the characteristics. Those who are on the right side have What happened to these people? فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْعُسْرَى. It will be facilitate a very difficult life for these people. He might live in the biggest mansion in the world. She might have the best car in the world. If they have these characteristics that they can't give for the sake of Allah, and they think they don't need anything and anyone, what will happen to them? They will have very, very difficult life. They might have all the tools for comfort. Everything that you cannot even imagine, they have it. But the anxiety and troubles and issues, they don't have that easy life. They have a, Allah promised, those who get away from my zikr, those who are not connected to me, he's saying in general, they will have a very difficult life. This difficulty, by the way, is not there's different things about comfort and ease and peace. They're two different things, right? Those who are older, they can understand what I'm saying. Maybe the younger ones don't understand. Now we have a lot of gadgets, a lot of things, the fridge, the TV, everything is right, the bathroom. Before, the ancestors, they didn't have these gadgets and tools and everything, right? Which era people were more in peace and ease by time? They understand. Their life was different at that time. They didn't have the difficulties that the world is and the problem, this issue. Not that it's better or not. We're saying that these tools and gadgets and things, they cannot necessarily bring that peace. Today that we are talking, the rate of psychological medicines, psychomedicines, and therapy is the highest rate in the human history. And in Western countries is highest than anywhere else in the world. Why? If this is supposed to bring the peace and everything for me, why we need more therapists and why we need more medicines? Why people need to take medicine to be able to sleep at night? Why? We're not made to be that, right? Sometimes I drive, 4:30 a.m., the highways are packed. It starts at 4:30 to get to work at 7, 8, right? Coming back 2-3 hours as well. How many hours we're wasting here for what? Yeah, we have to because the lifestyle, right? Forget about pollution, forget about cancer that comes in, for all these things that we have, right? Sometimes you get out of that. You say, I can't live here. I have to get out. I have to travel. I have to go to that village, right? So I'll get away from all these things to find peace. But if you want to have that peace, Allah mentioned, أعطى واتقى, two things that is important. And then believe in the right path, you'll find that easiness in life that comes with what? Difficulties are there, but I know how to interpret it. And then at the end, وَمَا يُغْنِي أَنْهُ مَالُهُ إِذَا تَرَدَّى. These people might have a lot, just collect, not give. Their wealth is not going to help them. Their wealth is not going to support them. Because everything belongs to me. Conclusion. I need to change my vision how to live in this dunya. People who don't have, they want to work and work and work and work. Have half of the things that, for example, entrepreneurs have, right? Those who have, they want to give everything to go back. Right? To be able to eat half of the food that you can eat. I saw them. I told you before. I saw someone, multi-billionaire. The kebab was in front of everyone. He was eating, I don't know what kind of food. It's like, you see that you can eat it? I can't eat it. When I could eat it, I didn't enjoy it. Now that I can eat all the kebabs in the world, I can't eat it. The doctor says, if you eat it, you're going to die. We have to enjoy life. We have to understand everything, but we have to know that from what perspective we can find that life that Allah promised, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us, guide us, inshallah, to be able to study this, get ma'arif of Quran, inshallah, and Ahlul Bayt, and to be able to apply those in our lives to find, inshallah, haqiqat, and inshallah get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma ajjal waliyaka al-faraj wal afiyata wal nasr. Loud amin, inshallah. Wal afiyata wal nasr wa mudda fi umri al-sharif. وزين الأرض بطول بقائه واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره وشيعته يا رحمن يا رحيم ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. We ask you, Allah, for the sake of this time, Azan and Maghrib, Ya Allah, hasten the dhuhr of our Imam Mahdi. Let us and our generation be among the best of the followers of Quran and Ahlul Bayt. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, help us. Do not let anyone from our generation to be the enemy of this path. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, those who have hajat and requests, give them khair hajat. Those who are under difficulties, provide opportunity for their freedom. Those who are sick, cure them, and those who passed away, send the thabab and reward from our gatherings to their souls. Rahimallah man yaqra'u al-fatihata ma as-salawat.
Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. Can I request everyone to move to your right, all the way to your right, so when brothers and sisters are coming in, they can get some space. If you can move all the way to your right.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. أشهد أن علي ولي الله.
السلام.
أشهد أن عليا ولي الله.
الصلاة والسلام.
حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله. صلى الله على حبيبه سيدنا محمد وآله وسلم.
أن محمدا رسول الله.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. اللهم ادخل الأهل القبور السرور. اللهم أغني كل فقير. اللهم أشبع كل جائع. اللهم اكس كل عريان. اللهم اقض دين كل مدين. اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب. اللهم رد كل غريب. اللهم فك كل أسير. اللهم أصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين. اللهم اشف كل مريض. اللهم اشف كل مريض. اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك. اللهم اقدنا الدين واغننا من الفقر. إنك على كل شيء قدير.
Would you, loud salawat, if you guys all can move to your right, so we can have, I still see some open spots. So people who are coming in a little bit later, they will have some space. So there's a request. A lot of members of the community and their relatives are sick. So especially for Brother Zahra's brother-in-law, Syed Amir Jafri, and Brother Amir's cousin and Sister Zoreen's father. So let's recite 5 times Amma Yujib. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. عمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل. Today's iftari was sponsored by Brother Jeffrey and family, and the program was sponsored by Brother Abbas Faik and Sister Reshma Faik. For their Bulandi Darajat, let's cite loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajal farajam. I've been talking last few nights about Enlight Academy. So I mentioned yesterday about the open house. So there's more information about the open house. You can meet the team. It's on April 29th, Saturday at 3 p.m. The address is 7500 Amarillo Road in Dublin. You can meet the team, you can see the school, you can talk to folks. Just a reminder for the Enlight Academy, it will be starting next year with early elementary school education that will start taking place. So inshallah, you guys can all attend. If you need more information, you can go to the ICZ website and register for the newsletter, and more information will be sent out. The flyer will be sent out tonight, so inshallah you can have that, and it'll also be posted on the website. Let's see. So for your marhumin, for the marhumin whose name is on the monument of Zahra, for marhumin who no one is there to recite Surah Fatiha, and for the marhumin of tonight's sponsors, whose names are as following: Aslam Abano, Rafiq Hussain, Amtul Batul, Sajjad Ali Khan, Sayyid Shamsul Hassan, Sayyid Najmul Hassan, Sayyid Muhammad Hussain, Sayyida Anis Hassan, Waqarun Nisa Begum, Nasliman Begum, Sayyida Yasmin Hussain, and all the marhumin of today's sponsors of Society Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I can request everyone to come a little bit up front, but please make sure you leave your space, as much space to the right as possible. So please come up front, but mostly if you can leave the corner side open. Yeah.